What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm back at it with another video. I'm your host, Shad, and this is the Sight Black channel. Today, we got a new reaction of Curtis Mayfield, We the People Who Are Darker Than Blue. Shout out, I got blue on, so, you know, perfect occasion to do this reaction to. But, yeah, I don't know much about Curtis Mayfield, so I'm interested to get into his work, get into his music. And what I do know, I did like some research because, you know, I was just trying to see if I knew any songs of him. But apparently he had his own record label at that time period called Curtom. I think it was Curtom Records or something of that nature. And that's pretty big to have your own at that time in the 60s and 70s, because, you know, like obviously there were a lot of, you know, black led labels and black owned labels at that time, Motown. And I think another one that I reacted to might have been Philadelphia. It was a Philadelphia label as well. But yeah, like, but usually it was a hierarchy. Like it was more so you had a figurehead, and then all of the artists, they was under that, but they weren't necessarily the, you know, the label owner. So for him to be able to be like the owner of the label while also being an artist, that's pretty, you know, unique and pretty big. So I can't wait to get into his work. Now, shout out to Amante Aurora for suggesting this in the comment section. If you guys want me to react to songs, make sure you drop them down below in the comment section. Obviously, I got a long list of songs I got to get to, but what we end up doing is we put them into polls so you guys can vote on them as well. So if you want to be able to have priority on the voting, then you can sign up to our Patreon to get priority voting. And if the priority voting on Patreon ends in a tie, then we'll send them to the community polls. So make sure you guys are following that community tab, or you can go directly to Patreon and sign up, and you get priority on which songs I react to on the channel. But shout out to y'all for voting and continuously voting. This one ended up winning the Patreon poll, so that's what we doing. But I ain't gonna hold you guys up too much longer, so let's go ahead and just get right into this song.
We people who are darker than blue, are we gonna stand around this town and let what others say come true? We're just good for nothing, they all figure. A boyish grown-up shiftless chicken. Now we can't hardly stand for that. Or is that really where it's at? We people who are darker than blue, this ain't no time for segregating. I'm talking about brown and yellow too. Hi, yellow girl, can you tell? You're just the surface of our dark, deep well. If your mind could really see, you know your color the same as me. Pardon me, brother, as you stand in your glory. I know you won't mind if I tell the whole story.
Got a beat switch in here. Hold on. So let me pause right here. So I'm just looking at these lyrics, and man, there's some deep stuff here. Oh my God. Say, you're just the surface of our dark, deep well. Pardon me, brother, as you stand in your glory. I know you won't mind if I tell you the story. Get yourself together. Learn to know your side. Get yourself together. Learn to know your side. Shall we commit our own genocide before you check out your mind? Like, he was really flowing. That's deep, bro. Like, you could tell, like, man, just speaking to the issues of that time period, you know what I mean? Like, you could tell, like, those social issues really started to creep in at that time and really impact the daily lives of everyday people. So, yeah, man, like, real deep stuff. Let's go ahead and get some more of this. this a new song?
Get yourself together. Learn to know your side. Shall we commit our own genocide before you check out your mind? I know we've all got problems. That's why I'm here to say, keep peace with me and I with you. Let me love in my own way. Now I know we have great respect for the sister and mother. It's even better yet. But there's the joker in the street, loving one brother and killing the other. When the time comes and we are really free, there'll be no brothers left, you see.
Man.
We people who are darker than blue, don't let us hang around this town and let whatever say come true. We're just good for nothing, they all figure. A boyish grown-up shiftless jigger. Now we can't hardly stand for that. Or is that really where it's at? Pardon me, brother, while you stand in your glory. I know you won't mind if I tell the whole story. Pardon me, brother, I know we've come a long, long way, but let us not be so satisfied, for tomorrow can be an even brighter day.
Man. That was We the People. No, We People Who Are Darker Than Blue. And my initial thoughts, man, was like, it was, first of all, just the instrumentation, it was very funkadelic, you know what I mean? It was very soulful. But also just the subject matter, you know. It was basically a call for unity and call for, you know, people coming together in, as I imagine, that time period, you know, coming out the civil rights era and things of that nature. You know, I'm sure after, there was a period from what I collected or studied from that era where you go from the civil rights era, but then you immediately go into the 70s and like things just kind of start going downhill. You know what I mean? So I think this was kind of in response to that, like that era. And it's kind of like, okay, we in this era where we're trying to like get our rights and stuff like that. We the people darker than blue. But then like, things are starting to, the social fabric is starting to fall apart. You see what I'm saying? So, and I think he's doing a excellent job right here of like, really documenting that and really, reporting on that, if you will. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, especially like more socially conscious, like whether we talk, whatever artist it is, whether we talk about rappers or singers, like the more socially conscious ones, they're kind of like the news reporters of their environments. You know what I mean? So they able to say things that, get swept under the rug and things like that. And they able to like, express things for a whole voiceless people who aren't able to say anything and stuff like that. So for this one, I really appreciate that aspect of it as far as like, just a call for unity, just a call for like, don't forget, what we're doing here. You see what I'm saying? And I think he kind of addressed it from a colorism standpoint. He kind of addressed it from like a street level standpoint with brother to brother, like as far as like, killing each other and all of that type of things. So real deep song, man. I really appreciate this one. And it's just smooth. And then another thing I noticed, it was just like each verse felt like a different song. Like it felt like its own song. Obviously the beat switches, or the production switches and things like that. So it had its own vibe. Each verse had its own vibe to it. So I really enjoyed that. But that's it for that one, guys. I appreciate you guys for recommending this song to me. And also I want to give a special shout out to my Patreon family. Shout out to Queen Momo, Tony Campbell, Sonya, Mikey Lehigh, Carter Nasada Taco, and Sylvia Walker. You guys keep this channel afloat and keep it running. So I appreciate you guys. So thank you. And that's it for this one, guys. Make sure you hit that like button so we can get out there in the YouTube algorithm. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date with new drops I have as far as reactions and things of that nature. And make sure you comment down below your suggestions or what your thoughts is on this song, and share this video with any of your relatives, your friends, and all of that good stuff. But with that said, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'm out. Peace.